Saugerties. This mid-Hudson river town has become a popular tourist destination. Its downtown is home to numerous restaurants and boutiques, and it hosts several festivals throughout the year. It even makes frequent appearances on National Coolest Towns lists. So how does a town like Saugerties end up on the Comptroller's list of municipalities experiencing fiscal stress?
I truly feel it's very unfair.
Greg Helsmortel has been serving as the supervisor for the town of Saugerties for 14 years. He says the status of moderate fiscal stress puts an irresponsible label on the town's government, when in fact, he says, not only have they been responsible, they've been altruistic.
One of the reasons for the deficit back 3 or 4 years was the economy. We had a fund balance going into '08. A decent fund balance recognized by the state as proper. And a lot of the times it's referred to as a rainy day fund, and I referred to it as a rainy day fund. And the economy downturn hit, and it wasn't raining, it was pouring. And we helped offset tax increases to our residents by using our rainy day fund.
A municipality's access to reserves is just one of the factors Comptroller Thomas DiNapoli's office uses to determine the fiscal health of a community. Deficits, cash flow, fund balances, and fixed costs all go into determining a government stress level. DiNapoli's office uses self-reported information from municipalities whose fiscal years end with the calendar year. Over 1,000 communities were considered, and 44 determined to be experiencing susceptible, moderate, or significant fiscal stress.
The purpose of our system is to be an early warning before communities end up in a condition of full budget or financial collapse.
DiNapoli's office has been releasing the list for 3 years now, and Saugerties has made an appearance every year. Despite paying off retiring bonds, consolidating services with the village of Saugerties, and the county taking over expensive programs like safety net and election costs.
I know many towns would die for our debt. Our debt is minimal. I think we have one bond left, and I think it's 120-some thousand, maybe 150. I should know that, but that's a tremendously low amount of debt, and I don't see any debt on the horizon.
Rockland County has found itself listed under significant fiscal stress for 3 years in a row, but County Executive Ed Day sees it as a positive.
I know it's going to sound crazy, but for 2 years running, prior to my getting into office, we were at the very bottom of the list. We were the most fiscally stressed county in the state of New York. My first year administration, 2014, we've gone from the very bottom to 0.8 of a point of being off the most fiscally stressed list. So I'm actually very, very happy.
Day attributes Rockland's slow climb from the brink of insolvency to hard decisions like cutting back on overtime, workforce attrition, consolidating public housing, and selling the Summit Park nursing home.
We cannot be in this business in 2016 and thereafter. We were hopeful to be able to sell it. We did not want to move patients or lay people off. But sadly, if we didn't, we have no choice now. And the alternative would be to raise taxes 19% to 29% if we kept this facility open another year.
DiNapoli says those kinds of decisions are exactly what the fiscal stress list is supposed to encourage.
We have, the indicators that are clear. Before we developed the system, we gave local officials the opportunity to make suggestions if we should change any of those indicators. So the system is not set up to measure intent or difficult choices. It's really meant to measure the bottom line.
Saugerties Supervisor Greg Helsmortel, who is up for re-election, says list or no list, he'll continue to push the town into fiscal solvency.
Simple math, we've gone from a deficit to a plus, and a lot of those expenses are gone, not to return.
And in Rockland County, Executive Ed Day says he and his team are ready for the tedious and labored climb out of significant fiscal stress.
It took a few years of really bad decisions to get us here, or non-decisions to get us here. I was very clear when I ran, we're not going to get out of this overnight.